What's up guys, it's Meg and it is that time of the week again for our weekly Walker Talk. How have you guys been doing? We're here today to help ease your Walker withdrawals 1 week at a time. I know, I missed this last weekend, but I'm here and you're gonna get 2 videos this week, so hopefully that'll make up for it. First of all, I am in a new place and I don't know if this is gonna be where I'm gonna stay or not. This is kind of the little office area that I decided to make, but since I decided to make this video tonight, I didn't have my poster up or anything, so I decided to just put it up and see what happens. I'm also standing up and it feels really weird, but I don't really have a chair to sit in that would work. So anyways, if you guys want to see my moving day video, that is linked down below in the description, and that is on my Hey Meg channel, which is kind of just a vlog, random channel that I have. But you can see my new place and how the move went. Alright, let's get right down to it. So I had a thought, and I know there's been lots and lots of speculation on how Rick and crew will escape Terminus, and you know, I know I've given some of my thoughts on this before, but I just had a real thought yesterday, and I don't know if some of you have been following the casting calls, and filming is just getting ready to start down in Georgia. And there was a casting call for a 18-year-old male of any ethnicity with missing a leg, already, you know, a single leg amputee, and for a role on The Walking Dead. And I think the personality of the kid was described that very positive despite what has happened to him. And anyways, he's going to play a role in this Terminus. I am just sure of it. Of course, it all makes it sound a little bit like the cannibals, but I had a thought. What if the way, so I guess in my thinking, now sorry I'm getting confusing, but I had a thought. Rick doesn't have his pistol anymore, Michonne doesn't have her sword, Daryl doesn't have his crossbow. All of our main characters' weapons of choice have now been taken from them. And you know that we are not going to go the rest of the series with Michonne not having her sword, or Rick not having his famous gun, or Daryl not having his crossbow. So somehow, all of these things, they're gonna get them back. And I had this thought, what if they don't just, you know, I don't think they're just gonna bust out of the train car and that's gonna be how they escape. I think someone from Terminus, perhaps this boy, is going to help them escape. Possibly go and get their weapons for them. So they're either going to have the kid, this is my thought, have the kid go and get the weapons that are hidden in the woods, or maybe the kid will know where the Terminus people hide the stolen weapons, and that this kid will go and get the crossbow and get Rick's gun and get Michonne's sword back. Because literally we can't have a show without these items. Daryl would not be Daryl without his crossbow. Same with Michonne, same with Rick. It would just be weird. So what if this kid is who helps them escape? You know, he's so nice, he can't bear to see what's happening. I don't know. I just had that thought. What do you guys think about that? Is my theory totally whack? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what your theories are. How exactly are Rick and crew going to escape? Is Eugene going to come up with some plan? I really think that somehow this character, the single leg amputee character, is going to play a big part in how they escape. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And now I'm going to answer some of your questions that you guys left me last week on my last weekly Walker Talk video. Okay, so the next question comes from SpinSpin2020. He always asks awesome questions. Who do you think will be the next main character to turn? We had Amy, Sophia, Shane, Merle, Herschel's head, and who else? One of our big characters will turn. So who do I think will turn? So I've just had this feeling that Carol and Tyrese, both of them are on the chopping block. So I think it would mean the most and be the most horrific to see Carol turn. You know, she didn't last this long in the comics, so we don't really know. And mind you, this show does not follow the comics to a T. They like to pull a lot of things from the comics and give us those iconic scenes and moments, but they never truly follow the comics to, you know, to the T. So we don't really know what's going to happen to Carol. And I really think that her time is very near. And it would be really sad, not only to see her die, but to see her turn. As for anyone else, I mean, I definitely think Ty's head is on the chopping block soon, but as far as having him turn, I don't, and maybe this is just my opinion because I don't have a lot of feelings for him. I like the character, but he doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I don't know that it would have the same effect on the audience if he was the one to turn. It would kind of be like, meh, you know. Or if they killed someone huge, like anyone from Carl, Rick, Michonne, Daryl, any of those, or Maggie or Glenn, I feel like those guys would be just awful, like the worst thing to see them turn. But I really don't think any of them are on the chopping block. I know there was a big rumor that Maggie was going to die in the end of the finale, but nobody died, so I'm not really sure. I think Carol, if I had to pick just one, I would say Carol. Okay, next question. The next question comes from Mark, and he asks, do you think that we will see Sam, the guy that Rick and Carol met, whose girlfriend died, or the Morales family again in this series? My answer to that is no. I think that both of those situations, these people were weak, and there's no reason to assume that they are alive anymore. The Sam guy and his girlfriend, they're just kind of the epitome of people who do not survive long in the apocalypse. They don't know how to fight, they don't know how to shoot, they never learned, they hid in a bathroom, and the moment they venture outside, they both get themselves killed. Or we know she got herself killed, we don't know what happened to him. I just think that, you know, that episode, it does seem weird that they brought them in just for that one, but a lot of it was, I think, they wanted to show Carol's attitude towards these people that didn't matter, and they used these characters as a way to kind of further Rick's confirmation that she should not be around. Tell me if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but what I mean is that Carol was so cold in killing Karen and David. Rick knew this, and seeing Carol interact with these two people and wanting to leave them behind when they didn't come back at the right time, it just kind of confirmed Rick's belief that she should not be there, that she was making the wrong decisions. As far as the Morales family goes, that was season 1. We've had different showrunners, different directors. I just feel like there's no reason that they should bring them back. They were not main characters. I mean, when you start out a series, or when you start out a zombie movie or any horror movie, they always have a lot of extra characters so that they have room to kill them off and do whatever they want to them to kind of consolidate the group into a smaller group, you know. That's kind of how it is really with any horror movie. People are murdered off one by one, or things happen, you know. Think Final Destination. I just think that there's no reason to assume that they would bring them back, or to even assume that they're alive. You know, keeping a family alive and keeping children alive is really hard, as we've seen throughout this show. So I doubt that if this were real life, I doubt that they would still be alive. Okay, I have one more question. This one comes from Nathan on Facebook. If you guys didn't know, you can add me on Facebook. The link is in the description, and you can have input on my weekly videos here on our weekly Walker Talk. I ask you guys every week, what do you want to talk about? And you can either put it in the link to in the description comments, or you can put it on Facebook. So add me there if you'd like to, so you can have input. This question comes from Nathan, and he asks, do you think Carol and Tyrese will tell anyone what happened to Lizzie and Mika? I really don't think so. I have this feeling that someone will ask, you know, what happened to the kids, or that any other kids survive, and I just have a feeling they will just answer no. I honestly don't feel like there's any reason to go into it, to go into what happened. Just kind of like how Daryl didn't go into the fact that Beth was kidnapped, or Beth, you know, all of the stuff that happened at the funeral home. You know, it's such a devastating loss for Lizzie and Mika, and such a weird, scary situation, and you had to do something that is the most horrific thing, killing a child, you know. It's just something that you can't do, you don't do, and yet Carol had to do it. Tyrese knew it, Tyrese agreed with it. I just feel like at this point there's no reason to tell them what happened. And I don't think anyone could. Like, how do you describe that and make people understand your reasoning behind killing a child? I mean, yeah, you can say she went crazy, but no one will truly understand having not seen Mika's death. Alright guys, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this weekly Walker Talk. All of my links are in the description, so you can add me there and have input for next week's video. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will see you this weekend. Bye!